This video is going to deal with modeling using integer chips or circles if you're drawing out yourself. So when we model with chips, our first number tells us how many we're going to pull out. And if that's 3, that is positive, so we would want the yellow side. If you're drawing it yourself, then an unshaded equals +1 and a shaded equals -1. But when we actually have integer chips, our yellow is for positive and the red is for negative. So we have 3, and then we also need to pull out our second number, and that's 4, so it would be 4 yellow. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You need to determine if you can create any zero pairs. A zero pair is when you have a not negative and a positive, and you can pair them together, and they have a value of 0. That's why they're called a zero pair. We don't, so now we just need to count up how many we have total, and that's our answer. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Therefore, 3 plus 4, you would want to go back and write in equals 7. Let's change it up so that we do have some negatives involved. Let's model together -5 plus 2. So my first number is -5, so I need to pull out 5 red chips. So I have 5 red chips. But I also need my 2 yellow chips because I also have +2. And that 2 is positive. Now I need to see if I can create any zero pairs, and if I can, I need to do so. So here's a zero pair, and there's a zero pair. They have a value of 0, so we don't use them. So we count up how many do we have left over, and we have 1, 2, 3, but they are red, so we have -3 would be our solution. So let's look at it if we were to do it drawing out, because that's what you need to do at home. So if we had something like 2 plus -4. My first number is +2, so I would want 2 unshaded circles. My second number is -4, so I would want to have 1, 2, 3, 4 shaded in circles. Then I need to see if I can create any zero pairs, and I can. I have 2 zero pairs right there. I take them away, and I have -2 left over. Therefore, the solution is -2. And notice how I always go back and identify what the solution is. So let's go ahead and let's look at some subtraction ones. We're going to start off easy. In subtraction, we modeled it a little bit differently. We only want to model our very first number. So I need to have +4. I am not going to pull out 2. You do not model your second number. So I had my +4. Then my second step is to determine whether or not I can take away my second number. I like to box in the second number. This way I can clearly see that I'm trying to take away +2. I need to look, do I have +2 I can take away? Why, yes, I do. I'm going to have these, and I take them away. I'm left with +2. Therefore, that equals 2. Now let's look at it when it's a little bit more difficult. So if we had something like we model our first number only, so I have 1, 2 positive, and I need to take away my second number. I'm going to box in my second number. That's not a requirement, though. So I need to ask myself, do I have 3 that I can take away? No, but I do have 2. 1, 2, and they are positive. Well, how many more would I need in order to take away 3? I only need 1 more because 2 plus 1 is 3. So what I need to do is think of what can I add to this that's not going to change what I have. And that's when we need to remember zero pairs. So off to the side, I would create a zero pair, and there's my zero pair. That way, since that says a value of 0, I still have 2. I'm only modeling the first number still. But now I have 3 that I can take away. I can take away 1, 2, 3. And I take them away. We are left with negative 1. Therefore, that is our solution. Let's look at a few more of those. And for this time, I'm going to draw them out so that you can clearly see what you need to do yourself. Okay, so this is subtraction. I only want to model my first number. I have 6 positive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to look at my second number, so I'm going to box that in. And it tells me I need to take away 9. Well, let's see. I only have 6 that I can take away. So how many more would I need so that I can have 9? Well, 6 plus 3 is 9. So I need 3 0 pairs. My 0 pairs need to go off to the side. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 that I can take away. I like to cross them out. I like to write take away. You do not have to. That is just something that I like to do. And then you need to look. Well, I have 3 shaded and left. Therefore, that equals negative 3. Let's look at a few more like that. So as always with subtraction, we do our first number only. So I have 2 positive. I'm going to box in my second number. This tells me I need to take away negative 3. So I need to look, do I have any negatives I can take away? No, I don't. So that means I need 3 0 pairs off to the side. 1 0 pair, 2 0 pair, 3 0 pair. And now I do have 3 negatives that I can take away. And I look and I see, what am I left over with? Well, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 remaining. They are unshaded, so they are positive. So 2 minus negative 3 gives me positive 5. Let's get a few more. So I'm going to model the first number only. I should have negative 6. So I need to see 6 shaded in circles. And I need to determine if I can take away my second number. So I'm going to box it in. Second number is positive 3. So I need to ask myself, do I have positive 3 I can take away? No, I don't. Then I need to ask myself, do I have any positives that I can take away? This time I don't. I only have negatives. So that means that I need 3 0 pairs, and those are going to be off to the side. 1 0 pair, 2 0 pair, 3 0 pair. And I'm taking away 3 positive. So here's my 3 positives that I'm going to take away. And I see what remains. And we can't forget about what we originally had. So I have negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, negative 9. That remains. You notice I don't ever create my 0 pairs up here because I'm going to show you what happens when you do that. Most people will then say, oh, well that right there makes 0 pairs. They cancel each other out, so the solution would be negative 3. That's not true. You cannot change what you originally had. You need to see that negative 6 at all times. And we'll do one more. Let's have negative 5 minus 2. So first step, I need to go ahead and draw out my first number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're shaded in so that it is negative 5. I need to see if I can take away my second number. I'm going to box it in. Do I have 2 that I can take away? I don't have positive 2. That means that I will need a total of 2 0 pairs. 1 0 pair, 2 0 pairs. I need to take away positive 2. So I'm going to take that away, and I'm just going to abbreviate this time. TA for take away. And then I need to see what remains. I have 5, 6, 7. They're shaded in, so negative 7 is the solution. So I'm going to put some up here that I'm going to have you complete. Wait till I'm done, and then I'll have you pause the video. I'll tell you when to pause, though. So this will be 1 for you. Let's see, negative 5 plus 3 equals. I also want you to do, how about 6 plus negative 7, and what does that equal? I want you to do negative 5 minus negative 2. Don't get confused that because you see parentheses right there, that's still negative 2. Sometimes we put the second number in parentheses so that it's very clear that that is a negative number. That doesn't change anything. It's still negative 2. And let's also, for right now, go ahead and have you do, how about 2 minus 7? So right now you have 4 problems that I want you to go ahead and pause your video and work it out on yourself. When you are done, play it and see if you got it right. So go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, let's see if you got those correct. So the first one that I asked you to do was negative 5 plus 3. In addition, you do model both numbers. So I should see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shaded in circles. And then I should see 1, 2, 3 unshaded circles. We need to find and create our 0 pairs. And because they have a value of 0, we do not use them anymore. And remember, that one did go with that. And we look what remains. We have 1, 2 left over. They are shaded. Therefore, you should have been able to tell me that the solution was negative 2. So again, we had negative 5, we had positive 3, we created 0 pairs, we took those away, and we wanted what remained. So let's look at the second one that you had. That was 6 plus negative 7. So draw out our first number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Draw out the second, which are negative, so they're going to be shaded in. I'm going to see 7 shaded in. So there's 7 shaded in circles. Create 0 pairs. Well, we have 3 and 3 here. 3 and 3 there. They all cancel each other out. And we have negative 1 that's left over. So your solution should be negative 1. Look at number 3. That was negative 5 minus negative 2. First, for subtraction, we only do our first number. So I need to see 5 shaded in circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to box in my second number because for subtraction, I don't model that second number. I simply look to see if I can take it away. So I need to see, can I take away negative 2? Well, these are negatives, and I do have 2. So I'm going to take them away. I'm going to abbreviate take away with TA. And I need to see what remains. Well, I have 1, 2, 3 circles that remain, and they are shaded in. So it equals negative 3. Our last example for you to complete was 2 minus 7. Then I'm going to see the first number only. Sorry, 2 minus 7. I'm going to box in my second number. I need to ask myself, do I have 7 that I can take away? No, but I do have 2 positives. Okay, so how many more would I need to get 7? Well, I would need 5 more. So off to the side, I'm going to make 5 0 pairs. So that's 3, 4, 5. And it tells me to take away 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for me to take away. And I see how many remain. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are shaded in. So my solution should be -5. At this point, we can go over a few more problems. If you think you've got it down, you can go ahead and exit the video. Otherwise, I'm going to put up some more problems, and this time they're all going to be subtraction. So this is going to be example 5 on your own. I want you to do 10 minus -2 for number 6. What about -3 minus 4? For 7, I would like you to do -4 minus -2. And for 8, let's do 1 minus 5. And again, second number sometimes is in parentheses just so you can clearly see that it's a negative. So you're going to solve these on your own. Go ahead and pause the video. Okay, so let's take a look. Don't forget subtraction. You're going to model your first number only. This is +10. So I should see 10 unshaded circles. Then you need to see if you can take away your second number or not. So I like to box it in. And I need to ask myself, do I have -2 I can take away? No, I don't. Then I ask myself, do I have any negatives I can take away? No, I don't. So that means I do need 2 0 pairs off to the side. I do not want it with my original problem. Now I do have -2 that I can take away. And I need to see what remains. Well, I already know that this is 10. So 11, 12. They are unshaded, so it is +12. Okay, the next problem was -3 minus 4. I need to see the first number only, so I'm going to see 3 shaded in circles. Then I need to determine, can I take away my second number or not? Well, my second number is +4. I don't even have any positives I can take away, so I will need 4 0 pairs. Okay, so here's +4 that I can take away. And I already had -3, so now it's 4, 5, 6, 7. They're all shaded in. So -7 is the solution. Let's look at -4 minus -2. I'm going to model the first number in the problem, so that's -4. So 4 shaded in circles. I'm going to box in my second number because I need to determine, do I have -2 I can take away? Yes, I do. They're both shaded in. There's 2 of them. I take those away. I'm left with 2. They're shaded in. So it is -2. And our last one is 1 minus 5. Again, I'm going to model the first number only, so I have +1. I need to look to see if I can take away my second number. I cannot. I don't have 5 I can take away. However, I do have 1 that I can take away. So I only need 4 more. But let me show you if you accidentally create too many 0 pairs. So you're going to say, well, I'm just going to create 5 0 pairs. That's okay. Let's see what that's going to look like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I need to take away 5. So here's my 5 that I take away. But look, I can create a 0 pair here. So this and that, they're going to cancel each other out. And I am left with -4. Let me also show you, had you not created too many 0 pairs, you're still going to get -4. So 1 minus 5. You created 1. You need to take away 5. You only have 1 you can take away, so you only need 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And you now have 5 that you can take away. And you're left with 1, 2, 3, 4. They're shaded in, and it's -4. So you can create too many 0 pairs. You just have to remember at the end to go back and make sure you don't have any 0 pairs. And a 0 pair is a positive and a negative paired up with the value of 0. So that concludes this video. Thank you.